Hi, my name is Nikila Vembu, and this is my 15112 term project. The name of my game is Emergency Dash, and it's pretty similar to Diner Dash if you guys played that when you were kids. And basically, instead of taking place in a restaurant, it takes place in the emergency room of a hospital, which is why I have the Grey's Anatomy theme song playing in the background. So let's first begin by entering my name below, Nikila. So I have two different worlds with two different levels each, and each level becomes increasingly harder, and each world too. And so World 2 has some special functions, which we'll talk about later. So the way a game works is that you have 90 seconds to tend to all the patients that randomly appear in the emergency room doors. And to do this, you have to click on a patient, and based on their conditions and symptoms, you have to decide a plan of action for them before the time runs out. Or if you click the incorrect plan of action, then the patient will die. And we don't want that to happen, and the level's lost. So let's start with something simple, World 1, Level 1. So a patient appears over here, and they have a heart attack. If we want to know what a heart attack is, we can press our space bar, and there we have heart attack with the definition of it below. And this definition has been web scraped from the Mayo Clinic website. And to do this, I use the module Beautiful Soup, which efficiently and understandably scraped this information from Mayo Clinic. So, all right, let's go back. Based on this information, I think for this heart attack, we should send this person straight to surgery because we want to make sure they survive. All right, cool. And so my score increases based off of how quickly I answer this question. So let's say this patient's here, I answer this really quickly. My score will increase a lot more than it did before. So now it's at 100. So let's say, what happens when I click the incorrect question or I don't tend to the patient in time? So we can see that right here. This patient's going to appear here, and there are little life bar up here. Once the red disappears, that means the patient is going to die and the level will be lost. And we can see that happen right here. So here on my leaderboard, it has my name and my best score. So let's just say I get a better score, then it's going to be replaced by that. So let's say a new person wants to play. Let's say their name is Hello. Very creative. All right. And so let's say we're going to spice it up a bit. We're going to do World 1, Level 2. So patients will appear faster, as you can see right here. So let's just say there's too many patients, like 2 of them, and I get overwhelmed. Oh, 3 of them. Wow, 4 of them. Look how many patients are appearing. So Hello is going to get a score of 0. So that kind of sucks. All right, so now let's go back to World. So a new thing about Level 2, which is pretty interesting, is that based off of types of questions we get wrong in World 1, World 2, the questions that are asked will target those topic areas. So let's just say I get a lot of cardiovascular related questions wrong in World 1. The questions that will be asked to me more in World 2 will be those kinds of questions. And this is meant to challenge the user and sort of help them improve skills which they're not too good at. So let's go to World 2 Level 1. And another feature of this is that sometimes mini games could appear, and you have to be able to pass those mini games, or else your patient will die. So this kind of makes it a bit more difficult. Another patient. So at any time, a mini game can occur. We don't know when. Oh, look at that mini game. So there's 2 mini games, and we got the wound care one. So let's start playing this. We basically have to close up all the wounds so the patient does not die. Oh, look at that. We won. Awesome. Sweet. So now we can press space to go back to the game. So let's just say I mess up and... Oh, I don't mess up yet. Wait. Senatron room. All right, sweet. So let's just say I'm not really understanding how this game's working and I want some help. So I'm going to press the H key. So now I can go to tutorial mode by pressing T. So the tutorial mode basically walks you through the instructions of the game. You sort of play it like a little sample game. And it also leads you to the wound care mini game, but we're going to skip over that since we just did that. So awesome, it shows you different worlds, and cool, we can go back to the game if we want. So that's basically how the game functions. If you tend to all the patients before the time runs out, you win the game. Oh, oops, level lost. So see, there's Hello with the high score replaced. So that's basically how the game works. Thank you so much for watching.